Most emergency alerts are straightforward: storm warnings, flood notices, amber alerts, clear instructions designed to keep people safe. But according to dozens of people from one small town, there was an alert sent out several years ago that made no sense at all. An alert officials later claimed never existed. This story was shared by someone who says everyone in town received the same emergency broadcast at exactly 1:17 a.m. And after reading it, people started noticing something outside. Welcome to Tales Beyond the Flame. It happened during early winter in a quiet rural town several hours from the nearest city. Nothing major ever happened there. Most people knew each other. Most nights were silent by midnight. The person who shared the story was 19 at the time, and living alone while his parents were away visiting family. That night felt completely normal. Cold weather, light rain, television on quietly in the background. Around 1 a.m., he was getting ready for bed when every device in the house suddenly activated at once. Phone, television, radio in the kitchen, even an old tablet charging in the living room, all at the same time. The emergency broadcast tone filled the house, loud enough to make him jump. At first he expected weather warnings. Then the message appeared. Emergency. Notice remain inside your home. Do not look outside. Do not respond to voices or knocking. Keep all doors locked until further instructions are issued. The message repeated twice. No explanation, no agency name, nothing identifying where it came from. Then, every screen went black. For a few seconds, he just stared at his phone. Confused, half convinced it was some kind of malfunction. Then his phone started vibrating again. Messages from friends. Everyone had received it. People were asking what was happening. Some thought it was a prank. Others assumed a dangerous criminal was nearby. Then someone sent a message that changed the mood instantly. Something's outside my house. At first, nobody took it seriously. Until more messages followed. People saying they saw movement outside their windows. Someone standing in the street. Figures near fences, always motionless. Always difficult to see clearly through the rain. He locked his front door anyway, mostly as a precaution. Then he made the mistake of checking outside himself. At first the street looked empty, rain hitting pavement, street lights glowing faintly, nothing unusual. Then he noticed someone standing near the intersection at the end of the road, too far away to identify clearly. Just a dark figure beneath a flickering streetlight, not moving, not walking, just standing there, watching the houses. He stared for several seconds, then suddenly, his phone vibrated again. Another emergency message. Do not look at them for long periods. His stomach dropped instantly, because that meant the alert wasn't generic. Whoever sent it knew exactly what people were seeing. The figure outside still hadn't moved. Then slowly, others appeared further down the street, standing between houses, near parked cars. At the edge of driveways, silent, perfectly still. One message from a friend came through moments later. They're looking at windows. Then another. One just moved closer. That was when the knocking started. The first knock came from somewhere nearby, not his house. Another home farther down the street. 3 slow impacts against wood, then silence. A few seconds later, another house. Same pattern. 3 knocks. Pause. Then another. The sound moved gradually through the neighborhood, house by house, closer each time. People in the group chat started panicking. Some said figures were standing directly outside their doors now. Others claimed they were hearing voices outside asking to be let in. Familiar voices, friends, family members. One message appeared that made everyone stop responding for nearly a minute. "My dad is knocking on the door." Someone asked what was wrong with that. Then came the reply. "My dad died 2 years ago." After that, the chat exploded. People locking themselves in bathrooms, turning off lights, calling emergency services, but no one could get through. Every line returned static. Then his television turned back on by itself. No image, just text across a black screen. "If they see you watching them, do not let them inside." He backed away from the window immediately. Outside, the rain had become heavier. The figures now stood much closer to the houses. One directly across the street appeared to be facing his window. He couldn't make out a face, only a shape. Tall, still, wrong somehow. Then came the knock at his front door. 3 slow impacts, evenly spaced. He froze. Another 3 knocks followed. Then silence. His phone buzzed again. A final emergency message. "Do not answer the door after the 3rd knock." He stared toward the entrance, heart pounding. Then he heard something that nearly made him move. His mother's voice. Soft. On the other side of the door, asking him to let her in. The problem was, his parents were still several states away. He stayed silent. The voice continued calmly for almost a minute, then stopped instantly. Not fading, not walking away, just gone. Several seconds later, something scraped slowly across the front door, like fingernails dragging against wood. Then came footsteps moving away across the porch. Outside, more figures were now walking through the rain, slowly, methodically, stopping at houses, then moving on. Around 4 a.m., the emergency broadcast appeared one final time. "Remain inside until sunrise. Do not acknowledge anyone outside your home. Do not discuss what you saw at sunrise." The figures were gone. No tracks. No signs of forced entry. Nothing. Police later claimed there had been no emergency broadcast issued that night. No system activation. No official explanation. Most people stopped talking about it completely. But according to the person who shared the story, several houses in town were found empty the following morning. Doors still locked from the inside. Phones left behind. No signs of struggle. Just people gone. And every now and then, residents still wake up during heavy rainstorms to 3 slow knocks at the front door. Always after 1:17 a.m.